But don't neglect this. Allah is creating an opportunity where He's showing you your potential as a spiritual being above a human being. Because remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. What does that mean? Who we are in our essence is spiritual. Who we are at our core is spiritual. We are a soul. When this body dies, you transcend the body. You transcend this human experience. The soul transcends it. It lives eternally, right? But guess what? Throughout the year, many of us forget this. We treat ourselves as if we are human beings having a spiritual experience, rather than actually accessing who we are at our core, which is I am an elevated being. I am a spiritual being. I come from this is your higher self. You come from a higher place. This physical body, it dies in this world. But the soul goes back to that higher world, right? And so when you can access that space and live from that space, you realize your potential to a whole different degree. And you can see this in Ramadan. You'll be hungry and you'll feel the pangs of hunger. And then you start reading Quran. What happens? You start doing dhikr. What happens? You transcend the dunya need of hunger because your higher self is being nourished. So you overcome your lower self. You transcend the needs of this body and you feed the higher facets within you. You're nourishing the higher facets within you. You actually realize that I have higher facets that I don't feed enough because I'm too busy feeding my lower self. So you're not just training your physical body, you're training this lower self and you're training yourself to go beyond it. So what are you doing ultimately in that moment? You're learning to not lead from your nafs. You're learning to not lead from this lower self. And you're learning to access higher facets within you that are much more powerful. That when you are able to access them, you function from a different place. You function from a higher place.
ربي معي فمن الذي أخشى إذا ما دام ربي